under the Obama era. Sean, numbers don't lie. Sooner or later, they're going to have to come to accept the fact that their secular stagnation theory, in other words, it wasn't Obama's fault, the economy just stung for all kinds of secular reasons, is done. It's 1 year in office, and we've had 3 quarters now of 3% growth. Obama never hit it at all. The numbers don't lie. The Obamaites and the Obama files are eventually going to have to reconcile that. And on the collusion front, collusion's real. Don't anybody in this room think Russian collusion didn't happen. It just didn't happen with the Trump team. There's absolutely no question right now that Hillary Clinton dealt with a foreign agent, Christopher Steele. He's British. He's not from the United States, who in turn dealt with Russian sources. And I'm telling you, you know the tick-tock on this one. There is a lot more to come about Steele's interactions with the Russians that you don't know about that will deeply disturb even a lot of the most skeptical people in the room.
This is the thing that I'm trying to understand here. To me, this is the biggest story that the media's missed in their lifetime. If you have a presidential candidate, and we're supposed to care that the Russians are trying to influence the election, and then one candidate pays for Russian lies, and then it's used to get a FISA warrant, but they don't tell the FISA judge that Hillary Clinton bought and paid for it. There's a footnote that says, well, it might have some political tainting. It wasn't political tainting. So that happens in October. In January, Comey is telling the president-elect it's salacious and unverified, but they're telling a FISA court in October that it's good enough to get a warrant to spy on a member associate of the campaign.
Right. Look, the bottom line here is there's a reason that since 1776 we did not create an internal political police force. America doesn't have an MI5. We don't have a secret police that spies on Americans. If you have proof, if you have probable cause that somebody is doing something, you have to go to a special secret court and say, look, this is pretty incontrovertible that something suspicious is going on here, and we will allow you temporarily to spy on an American. Well, what happened? We now know that happened illegally. How did that happen? The highest people in the FBI and the DOJ signed off on that warrant application. We have had 9 people in just the last 2 months be retired, moved to other positions, or fired.
It's even higher than 9. I think we're up to 12.
All right, that's even worse.
But how does Peter Strzok and Lisa Page still have a job? How is Bruce Orr still allowed in the building? These are people, I'm sure this audience is aware of what they've done.
I refused to use the phrase deep state until about 3 months ago.
Did you really? Why?
Because I felt it was a little bit tinfoil hatty, right? It was a little bit too conspiracy.
So you thought I was a little tinfoil hatty? Is that what you're saying?
No, when I saw the text messages come out, when you built it up on your monologues, I pray one day that the text of your monologues for the last 4 months will be used in a court of law to send people to jail.
If we have equal justice under the law, there will be people, a lot of them, that go to jail. True or false?
I think so, and I think the next shoe to drop in this, Sean, is going to be where those 302s change. Now, what are 302s? 302s are, when I was in the Secret Service, when you went out...
This is important. What Dan Bongino's saying here is pay very close attention, and you'll say, I was there when.
When you heard
this is going to come out.
When I was in the Secret Service, after you did an interview, you didn't have to fill out an official formal form. You just type it up on a Word document. The FBI has a form called the 302. That information on Mike Flynn and on the interviews of Hillary Clinton